Oh, wow. Word for word, you have the right to remain silent.
Um, you have the right to remain silent. No, that's not how it goes.
I probably could muddle my way through most of it, but no, I can't. Not all of it.
You mean what the cops would read you?
I do have a card that the sheriff's office gives us.
You have.
If you, oh gosh.
Or you have a right to, yeah,
If you cannot afford attorney, one will be given to you or whatever.
And that's about as far as I can get.
more money than you make in a paycheck.
Ooh, I have no idea.
More than a teacher can pay.
I have no idea.
You know, I'm nobody special. I'm just middle-class America. I live, I work, I breathe. I have a house, I have a job, I have a family. Heck, sometimes I even make it over to Carl's. And like most people, I never really thought about what it would ever cost for me to get a lawyer because I have no intention of being arrested. Even if I was, one is provided for you, right? So, when Rappahanock Legal contacted me and asked me to help them educate the community, my first thought was, I should probably educate myself. And what I found was actually kind of frightening. Because I learned that there are over 70,000 civil cases filed each year in America. There are no cops, no one's been arrested. This is good old-fashioned person versus person. And then I learned that for all these civil cases, no attorney is provided for you. You are not innocent until proven guilty. In fact, you're completely on your own to defend yourself, which means you may want to get a lawyer, because studies show that you do categorically worse in court when you show up without an attorney. Okay, so get an attorney. Oh, that's right. An attorney retainer, which is just for them to take your case, is going to be $2,000 to $3,000, which for someone like me who's living just above the federal poverty line, yeah, there's no way I could afford that. So, when these real-life issues crop up and you need an attorney but can't afford one, where can someone like me go?
One day, I received a notice from this dealership saying I owed them money. And I'd never heard of them before, so I just ignored it. Then one day, I was looking at my bank account because I wanted to check my little nest egg fund, which was about $10,000. And it was gone. It was gone. I then found out that my daughter owed money to this dealership years ago. And since I had put her name on my account, they took it out of my account. They took my money, and they left me a total of 16 cents.
I met Adam at a party and we hit it off. Even though we were never married, we moved in together and soon had a baby. The stress of the baby brought out Adam's bad side. What started as punching walls and doors turned into pushing and hitting me. I endured it for a while, but when my family finally convinced me to kick him out, he started threatening my life.
Right. Well, I grew up in Fredericksburg, and so I kind of have a personal connection to this area. You know, and working with a nonprofit, you actually get the benefit of a family here. And so when we come to work, we're all looking out for each other. We've been here 40 years. There's certainly a foundation that's been built. When you go into the community and you say Rappahanock Legal Services, people know who that is. That's a name that's recognized, and that's because there's been a reputation that's been built over that course of 40 years. And I think that we have a responsibility to make sure that we're here for another 40 years.
We serve more towards the community than anything else, and I find that it's pretty awesome because most of the people around here are all private attorneys, and their retainers are like between $1,000 to $2,000, and that's like the cheapest.
Well, really like the fact that I'm helping people in my community who otherwise couldn't afford an attorney or have access to an attorney. Maybe I could earn more elsewhere. I never really considered that though. I like where I work.
I love working for legal aid. I feel like I'm putting my 2 cents in. I'm helping.
I like what they do here. I think it's a good thing for the community. It really helps.
I really liked the idea that we are helping people who don't have a lot of money, because when people think of lawyers, I think they think of really rich people who just charge a bunch of money for all these cases. But there are people out there that need our help who don't have the funds.
There's a lot of people out there that don't have that help and don't have the means to pay for that help. There's homeless people, there's people that get kicked out of their homes, and and it's difficult sometimes to obtain legal services because of their income. And I think it's really important that someone's there to help them, that they know that there's someone there for them.
Every day there's something inspiring, there's something exciting, there's something rewarding. The colleagues that you associate with in this line of work are very engaging people. They're very inspiring to be around. And when you get a choice in your career, it made sense for me to do this because it is the best use I can think of for a law degree.
I love the people here, and I love being a part of supporting what they do. I don't work with clients. I'm the number cruncher. I'm the one that makes the wheels on the bus go around. I have to make sure there's money in the bank and the payroll gets done and the rent gets paid. So it's good comfort to them to know that those things are taken care of and that they can go out and do the important work that we do here.
Part of the joy of working with low-income people is not just to write a legal loan, but also to work with them together to hopefully set them on a better path, a better track. I take seriously the American ideal of liberty and justice for all, equal access to justice. I believe that Jesus said that those who have served the least of those among us have served me as well. Because in the end, life is as much or more about others than it is about yourself. And I think Booker T. Washington once said that the secret of happiness is serving others.
It only takes one paycheck to become homeless, So I like the idea of being able to help someone just lost their ways, can't afford an attorney. They have legit problems. I'm able to genuinely sit down and talk to someone, and then maybe sometimes share some of my story with them, and just be there to let them know it's going to be okay. There's a lot of sadness here, but there's a lot of joy. It's funny because sometimes people will contact us and they'll ask, do we have any real attorneys here?
When you have a sense of purpose, and when your job aligns with your sense of things, your vision for how the world should be, then no matter how hard the job is or how many challenges you face, you come in every day wanting to do that work because it is gratifying and it appeals to your sense of how the world should be ordered. That's why I'm here.